Before we start this episode, I just want to tell you guys I'm back on the road. I took 2 months off to be with my family. I enjoyed every moment, but I am in Syracuse August 2nd, and I am in Albany August 3rd, Pottstown, PA at Soul Joe's August 9th, St. Louis September 5th through 7th, Dania Beach, Florida, September 13th through the 15th, Tacoma, Washington, September 19th through the 21st, and I'll be at Skankfest September 27th through the 29th. Let's enjoy the app, guys. Hello, denizens of America and denizens from around the world. Good word, you're a denizen. Pretty soon, robots will be denizens too, but they will only be denizens of the Tesla headquarters for internal use only. Bringing coffee and such. What are ladies going to do in the office anymore? Now that robots are going to be bringing Elon Musk his ketamine and his coffee. For internal use only, Tesla will be using humanoid-type robots. I don't care about this news. Check back with me when you can fuck them. Welcome to the Yannis Pappas Hour. I am your favorite fake newscaster, giving you yesterday's news. And by yesterday's news, I mean this is the Kamala Harris episode. That's everyone's just talking about Kamala. She has been pushed to the front. Still Jews out of the news. This is the Kamala Harris episode. Where we're giving you tomorrow's, yesterday's news today, so you can have a brighter tomorrow. Still cooking with that, baby. But Elon Musk gave an interview with Jordan Peterson where he talked about moving all of his headquarters out of California, and the transgender law that Gavin Newsom passed was the final straw, and everything's going to Texas. The migration to Texas continues. Despite the heat, people are dying. They're dying over there from the sweltering heat, but they're continuing to head down to Joe Rogan's mothership in Austin, where I will be in December, probably to shoot my special. But more importantly, the biggest news of the week that you will hear about is that Katy Perry's new single, Woman's World, debuted at 63 on the top 100 charts. It ain't a woman's world yet. I'll tell you that. Right now, we are about to experience a presidential race that is going to divide by gender. That's what we're going for. It's going to be an old prosecutor versus convicted convict. And that seems to be the storyline that both sides want to play out. Kamala, what are they going to go after? They're going to call her the czar of the border, and they're going to go after her. And Kamala's going to go after Trump by making a whole bunch of bad jokes that's going to get women cheering about how she's a prosecutor and she's prosecuting a convicted felon. Because the one thing politics is not about anymore is you and what policies work for you. It's about the storyline. It's about what you can get people interested in, and it's about a good roast. The next presidential debate will take place on Kill Tony.
Yannis, Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the day long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and it's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who to the news and cameras to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day.
Guys, I am so happy this sponsor is back because the cigars are actually delicious and it all goes for a good cause. We are brought to you again by Cayman Cigar Company. Premium cigars using the highest quality Caribbean tobacco. They're very good. I love cigars and they're very good. I smoked all of them that they sent me. They're hand-rolled by master cigar rollers. So enjoy a cigar, give back to those in need. Head to caymancigars.com/Yannis to check out their sampler while supplies last. That's, again, use the code Yannis for 10% off your order. Again, that is caymancigars with an S.com/Yannis for 10% off. Make sure you use my promo code Yannis so they know that I sent you. I want to get everybody excited about the news cycle. I'm feeling very optimistic. I'm feeling very optimistic about a lot of things. The first thing I want to talk about as I throw a Zyn in, shout out Tucker Carlson. Zyn! Do you like pre-Zyn Tucker or post-Zyn Tucker? I like a post-Zyn recording from Maine Tucker. That's what I like. I like a guy who's backing Trump, who spoke at the RNC. By the way, the RNC, I mean, every family event I went to in Long Island, with just the RNC, we were outside and they brought the TV outside. It's just my in-laws, it's a stronghold for President Donald Trump out there on Long Island. I think actually in the parking lot of a strip mall, I actually saw the famous Long Island Trump truck. It's like a Dodge half-batch or whatever. That just shows I'm a city guy. What do you call those? Halfback, hatchback. Just a truck you can throw hay in, and just a couple of huge Trump 2024 flags in them. So that's what I saw. But Tucker Carlson spoke at the RNC, and I think it was a pretty good speech. But I personally, and I'm not even lying to you, there it is. There's the Long Island Trump truck. I think I saw it. I mean, that's a guy who's full on board. He's full on board. Tucker Carlson's speech at the RNC was interesting because while I was listening to it, I just was remembering his internal text that got leaked. You remember that internal text where he was talking about Donald Trump? And it was just playing in my head while it was going. It's a funny, dude, here's the thing. You got the ego, the super ego, and the id, and now the social media personality. But where does the real person reside? Where does who you are really reside in the digital age? Where does it reside? You know where it's a rhetorical question. You know where it is? You want to know who Jesse Scaturo is? Get into the texts. Who we really are is in the texts. You ever get into a fight with someone by texts? And you just, because you spilled everything, you were too conflict averse to spew out of your mouth in person. But in the text combines both, the best of both worlds for revealing who you really are. It gives you that sort of digital protection from that immediate response of getting like punched in the face, right? And that just resistance to stepping outside of the tribe and being different and rocking the boat, you know? So the text protects you that way. Just the same way the internet protects trolls with anonymity and, private accounts or whatever, and they can say whatever. And, the text protects you from that immediate punch in the face. So what you say on text is who you really are. That's what it is. Okay. And that's where you spew what you feel. So Tucker's text was leaked. And in his text, he said, we are being very, very close to, he put the comma in the appropriate way, in the appropriate place. Anyone who does punctuation in a text annoys me. Who is doing punctuation in a text? You read my text, it's all caps, it's all slurs, and there's no grammar. Who's doing grammar in a text? It's really, you're not going to get graded on really, you're a psychopath. It makes me like Tucker less that he has a comma between very, very. No need in a personal text. So he goes, we are very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. But then he follows up. And you can know someone's emotional in text when they don't put it all in one bubble, because that's when they're just spewing. Because when it all comes in one bubble, when someone sends you like a very meaningful text and gets something off their chest and it comes in one bubble, you know what that means? That means they wrote it out. That means they sent it to ChatGPT and they said, fix grammar for ... And then they sent it after they waited, right? They took a deep breath, held it for 4, released it for 5, and sent it. But when someone's just going, it comes in different bubbles. There's one bubble, and then, oh, I forgot, and it just keeps going. That's when someone's unhinged. When there's 6 texts in a row on the same theme. So he sends an immediate another bubble, and he goes, I truly can't wait. I truly can't wait. And then someone else says, I want nothing more. It does feel very close. I imagine things will get nice starting around mid-February. And this is where it gets good. You know, right now, he's probably at his Zyn. I've been in a situation where I'm going like this. When you're at a Zyn, you're just shaking old tins. You're going around the house and you're shaking old tins and you're fucking flinging them and you're pissed and you're having like a nicotine withdrawal and you're just pissed. Who knows? He probably couldn't get to a Zyn because he was out and he lives in Maine, so there's no bodegas. The thing about being in New York is you can grab a Zyn. Where I live, if I'm at a Zyn, I just got to jerk. I got to do something. I got to stroke. I got to do something. I can't just lay and watch TV and just deal with it. I got to go, I need a Zyn. So you know this text happened after the kid ran out of Zyns and he threw his Zyn tin right at a wall. And he just goes, I hate him passionately about Trump. I blew up at Peter Navarro. Now that's how you know you're dealing with an elite. Somebody who grew up in a rich family, when they type you the full Peter, they full Peter. I blew up at Peter Navarro, right? Because, you know, that's like a text I'd get from my brother who didn't grow up elite, but just like my mother, that was their dream, just get into those circles. And my brother will text me, he'll go, I blew up at William S. Burroughs. You know, no Billy, no Bill. That's just an elite kind of, you know, I want to be in with the Blue Bloods. I want to be in with those legacy people. I want to be on the Gold Coast. And when I text you, I want to give full names. I blew up at Peter Navarro. No, I blew up, if it's not an elite thing, I blew up against that fucknut, P. Navav or something. You know fucking Pete? I fucking hate Pete. That's a working class text. Right? And then the guy goes, fuck Pete. And he goes, yeah, fuck it, but he's a good guy too. But I fucking hate Pete. I blew up at Peter Navarro today in frustration, period. I don't like the proper grammar. I actually like Peter. I like Peter. I actually like Pete is what it should say. But he goes, I actually like Peter, but I can't handle much more of this. Isn't there more?
Yeah, these are just screenshots.
Yeah, you know, I was going in on that thinking that you had the juicy one.
Oh, is there more? Let me see.
So now you got to pull it up quick because you got me all hyped up like Tucker was when he texted his true feelings about Donald Trump. Because my point still holds. The real you, I'm talking to the viewers out there, is not who you are online. It's not who you are in the comment section. It's not who you are even when you're with someone in person. It's who you are in your texts. Here's Tucker. There isn't really an upside to Trump. I hate him passionately. I hate him passionately. And then at the RNC, he was knobbing the dude. He was just knobbing the dude. Much like Nikki Haley, just knobbing the dude. You know who's the best example of that? J.D. Vance. I give it to Trump. You got to give credit where credit's due. He makes these dudes bend the knee. Like they're just like, I hate this guy, can't stand this guy. And then the next thing you know, they're just going, oh, and it's just great to watch. J.D. Vance called him a whole bunch of horrible things. Now he's his vice president. Tucker came out there just, So who is the real Tucker? Is the Tucker the one that showed up at the RNC? Or is it this Tucker in the text? I hate him passionately. I don't know. The real me is in my texts. I think so. I think the real me is in my texts. Do you know what I'm saying about how the real you's in the texts?
I have some of those texts.
Yeah, you got some of those texts. That's the real person in the texts. Because in person, you're navigating the social norms, you know what I mean? You're trying to figure out a way to say it, and you're dancing around it, trying to, and on the phone, you're doing the same thing. But in text, you just let your feelings fly.
When you go on your text rants, I put my phone down for like 10 minutes because I know you're not going to be done.
When my therapist...
Like, give it 20 minutes.
You should look at the bubbles. I think I've broken records for how big I can make a bubble. I've made a bubble just go. And I definitely don't know who is putting grammar in their texts. Even here, he's got a comma between very, very, and then he's got 3 dots between we're very close to being able to ignore Trump, and then ... I truly can't wait. Who puts the ... I just would have put, we are fucking very close to being able to ignore Trump. I truly can't wait. No grammar. Exclamation point. And then and then I would have said, are you hammered too? It's a Saturday night. And also, dude, you don't happen to have any freaking Zyn anywhere? I'll drive over. I'll blow you for a Zyn. I'm irritable right now. So I did get to watch a little bit of the RNC because I was forced to watch it at family functions. I mean, the thing was on, and Trump came out. The Hulkster came out and ripped his shirt off. It's very fun to watch. It's a fun time. I am fully in support of WWE wrestling stars at political conventions, because if you think about it, I mean, here it is. It really is wrestling, right? I mean, you got 2 parties. You got the good guys, you got the bad guys, and they shuffle shit around every couple of years, and the money guys really control things, right? So why not? Why not just pull the mask back and let the Hulkster, an old Hulkster, looking great, dude. See, here's the good thing to dyeing your Florida hair completely white when you're younger, is that when you get older, you can just keep it white. Now he doesn't have to dye it anymore. But doesn't the Hulkster look great?
Yeah, was he like 70 now?
No, dude, he's got to be older than 70, brother.
Looks great for 70.
Yeah, there's nobody more Florida than Hulk Hogan. You can just hear him going like, can I get another michelada? Hey, migo. He really is Derek from Tallahassee. What's up? My name's Hulk Hogan, brother.
70.
He's 70. Good call. He looks great. He looks great. Does Hulk ever say, you know what? I'm done with Hulkamania. Does he ever walk away like Jim Carrey walked away? Jim Carrey's now like the guy behind the guy, behind the guy, behind the guy, until he's got like another blockbuster, blockbuster kids movie coming out, and then he's Jim Carrey again. But other than that, he's like, I'm the guy behind the guy, behind the guy, and I'm sick of wearing this Jim Carrey mask. Does Hulk ever go home and go like, I just can't, I can't do this again. I can't be spotted at a pool in Florida and go like, yeah, brother, I can't. Does it ever? Do you remember when the sex tape for Hulk was released? I think he was still the Hulkster during that.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. The Iron Sheik gave it to me harder than that in 86. Oh, baby, give me that curled boot. Thing about Hulk Hogan is I'm pretty sure I remember that his wife left him for her son's friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Ouch.
Yeah, which, let me just tell you something right now. I wouldn't expect anything less out of Florida. When I heard about the Sharks who tested positive for cocaine, I said, that's off the coast of Florida, right? And you go, no, that's Brazil. And then I go, okay, that would have been my second choice. My first choice definitely would have been Florida, that there's sharks testing positive for cocaine. But Brazil would have been my second choice. I mean, yeah, I think that's what happened to Hulk's wife. I think she left him for her son's friend. And whatever happened to his daughter, who was like hot but also big?
She was trying to be a pop star, right?
Yeah, like she was trying to do music. What happened to her career? I mean, if Katy Perry can't crack the top 10, I don't know how Paisley Hogan is doing. Her name was Brooke Hogan. What's she up to now? She's in her 30s. She's well into her 30s. But Brooke is still out there. Miss Hogan, looking good. Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. She's still out there.
Her gram says entrepreneur.
She's an entrepreneur now. She's an entrepreneur.
God and good vibes.
Yeah, she's doing something. She's doing something. There she is. Yeah, I think her mom is her mom still with their son's friend? Can you find out?
This just turned into TMZ.
Yeah, I mean, before we get to Kamala, let's talk about some more important news. Let's talk about important news like Tucker Carlson's Zyn addiction and Brooke Hogan and her mom's, her name was Sky. Wait, that's his wife
this
now.
Is his new wife.
Yeah, no, you got to go with Brooke's mom. Is Brooke's mom still with her brothers? Is Brooke's mom still with her brother's friend?
Jesus. Oh, Brooke doesn't talk to her mom anymore.
Let's get into it.
Oh.
Let's get into it because this is very upsetting news for me. This is very upsetting news, but this was a long time ago, right?
Yeah, this is 2008.
Yeah, this is 2008. Her father and mother, pretty ugly divorce. Yeah, so her 48-year-old mother, Linda, started dating 19-year-old Charlie Hill. Her brother, Nick, is serving an 8-month sentence for felony reckless driving. So the early 2000s were tough for the Hogan family. But didn't he win some big lawsuit against, what did you just write? What did you read?
It's just funny how much Hulk Hogan knowledge you have.
Dude, I'm all in on the Hulkster.
You really are.
Yeah, I am a real American.
I liked him when I was 8.
Yeah, fight for the rights of every man. How many people do you think were on board and switched their vote when Hogan came out for the RNC?
I mean, it's a power move, right? Have him show up at your convention, rip his shirt off.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough when a woman goes through a midlife crisis at 48 and she starts banging your son's friend. That's tough, dude. And then it's public knowledge and everyone's got to talk about it. But here's the thing. It's not a big deal if you're in Florida. Everyone's at the pool. Everyone looks good. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? That's just awkward for Nick. That's Nick. Nick's calling from prison. He's just calling his buddy Charlie. He's going, hey, dude, are you banging my mom, dude? What is up with Linda Hogan these days?
Let's see. Where is Linda Hogan now?
We'll go to her Instagram. Let's see if she's an entrepreneur. She now lives in Los Angeles, and her boyfriend is 21.
What?
No, I don't know. What's she up to? Linda Hogan, there she is. She's going for Trump big.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Picture of her and Trump together.
Yeah.
She's an animal rights activist and mom to Brooke.
Mom to Brooke, Nick, and my dogs. No mention of Hulk. No mention of Hulk. She's a reality TV star and avocado farmer now.
Let's see her tweets. Probably some hard Trump.
Let's see. Linda Hogan. Look, when you talk about who royalty is, American royalty, it's Hulk and Linda Hogan.
Ooh, no.
So Linda's got to be in her 60s now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is she going hard? Is she doing Big Mike tweets?
No, just a lot of animal stuff.
All right, that's what I call Trump light. Okay? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with the Trump fans who just go, I'm voting for Trump. I like Trump. I want to see Big Mike tweets.
Here's a good one.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Biden as the Ayatollah Khomeini.
But that's what I'm talking. That's what I want to see.
That's what you want to see.
I want to know how into it she is. I want to know how into it she is. Because what's happened, man, is since everyone has gotten interested in politics, people are interested in politics to their intellectual capability. And for a lot of people, that means putting Biden in an Ayatollah turban. Can you show this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to show this up. And then, of course, the comments, awesome, Trump, love. Everyone's just too involved in politics. Are you on the Trump train? Here's some rappers rapping about Trump, vote Trump. When we were coming up, there was no rap movement for any candidate, you know? I guess there was a little bit, but not really. It's just like with the hats and the outfits and It's just gotten crazy. Now, here's from Harvey. Harvey Boy Music says to Linda, y'all are brave doing this. Don't forget the government will start digging up stuff, even if your parents' background, and before you know it, they're raiding your house. Politics is dangerous, my guy. Thank you, Harvey Boy Music. Did you think you'd be living in a time where Harvey Boy Music is weighing in? Y'all are brave doing this. Y'all are brave for making this video, putting Biden in the turban because, yo, they'll find you. I knew we'd find it. I knew there would be a Big Mike video or Biden in the turban. I just knew. And these are some of the accounts I like to follow because they're the most entertaining. I love a good Big Mike. I can't get enough of Big Mike follows. If you want to have fun, get out of the real politics and get into the extreme politics. Because the extreme politics isn't about policy or anything like that. And it just makes you laugh. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see nude pictures of Hunter Biden. I want to see Big Mike conspiracies. I want to see Biden in a turban in an AR-generated video. That's what I want to see. I want to go see Linda Hogan's take on the presidential election. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm into.
You don't feel bad for Obama at all? He could never.
Because they're calling it. No, I don't feel bad for Obama. You want to know why I don't feel bad for Obama? Because he's got $300 million. He's going on vacation with the CEO of Virgin.
Yeah, but he could never log on to Twitter. Not once. Not
do
once.
You think Obama wants to go on Twitter?
Maybe once in
Dude,
a while.
He is sipping the oldest, finest red wines.
He might want to scroll the gram for a minute.
Nah, he don't want to scroll the gram, dude. He's Obama. He's playing like elite level Dungeons and Dragons and wearing a ghost mask. He's in the elites, dude. He's in elite parties. He's showing up. He's playing pickup basketball with guys he secretly wants to bang. He's in another place. He's living in a beachfront property. It's worth like $22 million. So he's on Martha's Vineyard. You think he wants to check in on the gram?
You think
he wants to fucking sneak a Newport behind a bush in the vineyard.
So you think he's oblivious to the Big Mike conspiracy?
Nah, it's gotten to him. It's gotten to him. I feel bad for his daughters.
Oh, they know.
They, of course, know. Yeah. Yeah. How many times do you think someone's done a ring and run on his daughter's dorm room when she was in college, going Big Mike, and then ran? That's the tough part. But no, I think they chalk it up. They chalk it up to nonsense. They might have been aware of it, but they just chalk it up to nonsense. Chalk it up. Why can't I say chalk it up? They chalk it up to nonsense. They're above it. They fly above it. They fly above it. They're just flying. They're flying high and living good. He's banging dudes and like, you know, they're all secretly gay. You know, like John Travolta they say is secretly gay. I think everyone elite is just secretly gay. And I think Hulk Hogan is the only man we have left in this country. Guys, we are brought to you again by Cayman Cigar Company. I'm so happy that I can get behind a sponsor because I enjoyed their products. I smoked all the cigars from the sampler pack that they gave me, and they're really good cigars. They just are. And I'm not making that up, so that's a good thing. Also, if you want to buy from a company that is doing a very good thing, remember, Cayman Cigar Company donates 100% of their net profits to charity. Every dollar that's not used to roll the cigars, make the cigars, goes to international charitable organizations for creating entrepreneurial opportunities for marginalized populations, to supporting the self-sufficiency of those in addiction recovery, to providing specialized assistance to U.S. veterans. Sounds good. Doesn't get better than that, especially if the cigars are great, and they are. They're great cigars. So, just for my listeners, they've created a custom sampler pack that you can enjoy of all their top cigars in one pack. They send them right to you, and it's great. And they're nice and dank, you know. They take care of them. So, go check them out right now. They're about quality. So that's what they like. That's what they're pushing, is the quality of the cigar. And I can attest that the cigar is definitely great. And this is definitely my favorite sponsor because I love cigars. And I also like a company that's doing good things. This is a no-brainer. It's a win-win. If you like cigars, give them a try, right? So head to CaymanCigars.com/Yannis to check out their sampler right now while supplies last. That is, use the code Yannis for 10% off your order. Once again, that's Cayman Cigars with an S. CaymanCigars.com/Yannis for 10% off. Make sure you use the promo code Yannis. They send them right to your door. Get the sampler, whatever type of cigar you like, they have, and enjoy. The RNC was very entertaining. There's not a lot of sports on, so it was a good watch for that. And the Olympics are coming up, and it's going to be interesting because Hamas says they're gonna have a bloodbath. They've made a threat on the Olympics. And I think, I don't think it's going to go through because you can't hide any bombs or anything in your hijab because they banned them. France is saying that the athletes can't wear hijabs or hijabs. You just can't. You can't show up. I think that American fencer, I don't know if she's still in her prime, but I remember she had a Nike hijab on. Remember that era?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just like Nike hijabs were everywhere. But apparently the France banned them, right? No hijabs. And I think human rights groups are upset or whatever. Yeah, France won't allow its athletes to wear headscarves during the games. They're not letting it happen. Yeah.
Now, does that mean the French athletes or all athletes?
I don't know. But France has cracked down, and Amnesty International has called France's restrictions on religious attire blatant discrimination. France doesn't seem to care. Yeah. This is something I don't think I care about at all. I mean, I don't see a problem with people wearing hijabs to play the sport. What's wrong with a hijab? Put the hijab on. I don't know if you can go. You probably shouldn't play in full stormtrooper, right? But even if you want to play that way, that's fine too. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you. So yeah, this is going to affect like all these Middle Eastern countries, the female athletes.
They got to wear full bodysuits.
Yeah,
the swimmers.
look, this doesn't affect the guys one bit. And Western women are always torn on this, right? Because the hijab, supposedly women can't show their hair and stuff. Like women got to be very humble and stuff like that. But then they go with the, hey, don't be Islamophobic. So they're like always torn. Like, are you a feminist or are you against Islamophobia? So they're always torn. I don't know if you can be both, but they've found out a way to be both. They have found out a way to be feminists and also defend the hijab. And Nike's marketing department surely figured out a way to do it as well. But who cares, dude? She looks like the Flash or whatever. Look like the Flash. Who cares? It's cultural too, I guess. I don't know. I don't care anymore at all. About any of those issues because it's out of the news. And it's all about Kamala Harris. It's all about Kamala. Kamala is going to be the Democratic nominee. She's stepping into the shoes. Vice president will probably be the dude whose wife was a Kathy Gibbard or whatever, who got shot a bunch of times from Arizona. That former astronaut. That's my guess. What's his name again? I think he will probably be the VP.
I think it's going to be him.
I think it's going to be Mark Kelly. I think it'd be Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. What are the other options?
Well, here are 9 possible running mates, according to Politico.
According to Politico, is he on that list?
Yeah, he's number 2.
Okay, so me and Politico think similar. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. I don't know anything about him. Good-looking guy, of the tribe probably, with the name Shapiro, right?
51 years old.
51.
White dude.
Yeah. They got Kelly at number 2. So I think it's going to be Mark Kelly. Because, you got the woman up there. She's going to go up there talking about reproductive rights, woman's body. She's going to really hang her hat on that. Like I said, it's going to be a gender war. And then I think you're going to want a man who is an astronaut, a Navy combat pilot, something to appeal to those swing voters.
And his wife got shot.
His wife took a bullet for democracy as well. Trump doesn't miss a beat, dude. I took a bullet for democracy. He doesn't miss a beat. He does not miss a beat. So, and he tweeted, I couldn't be more confident that Vice President Kamala Harris is the right person to defeat Donald Trump. This is probably right after he got the call. Like, it's going to be you. It's not going to be Gretchen Whitmer, right? That's the Michigan governor that they tried to kidnap. Oh, God, our country. Remember that whole plot to kidnap her?
Can't have 2 women, right?
Yeah, dude. Like I said, we need a Tylenol for this country. Can't have 2 women. It's definitely not going to be Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. I mean, what do they care about carrying Kentucky? There's no way they're going to carry Kentucky. But I can't believe Kentucky has a Democratic governor. That's impressive. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper. He's got the look. That's it. That could be it, just from the look. I don't know anything about him, but it could be him. But he's got no story, right? Newsom's not interested.
No.
Because if it was, he'd be the nominee. He's obviously not interested. Because he's really got the look, dude. He looks like George Hamilton. He's got the look and he's got the gift of gab, but he's not interested. So I think they're going to go with the story. But here's what the Democratic Party's been doing. They go all wrong. So they'll probably pick fat Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Look at this guy. He's never turned down a garbage plate in his life. I mean, look at that double chin. They'll probably get some fat guy. It'll probably be Nadler, who can barely walk because he's so formerly fat. The Democratic Party, in some ways, gives the American population too much credit. That's the thing that the Republicans are tapped into that the Democrats aren't. Is the Democrats go with this lofty shit. It's like, where's the story, man? That's what people are going to vote for. They don't understand all these complicated issues. Most people vote culturally, dude. They vote culturally. Haven't you noticed that? It's cultural. You live in upstate New York, the chances are you're culturally Republican. You love your gun, you want people off your lawn, your whole family's Republican. You hate diversity. If you live in the city, you love diversity because it's in your kid's school. You go to the bodega, you're all about, you live across the street in a $14 million house, but across the street's of projects. So you want them to get as much funding as possible so they don't rob your multi-million-dollar house. It's kind of like you have to deal. Democrats live in places where they have to deal with things. Republicans live in places where they don't have to deal with stuff. So they just want everything away. And I'm self-sufficient. They grow their own potatoes. They got a tomato garden, whatever it is. They shop at Walmart and they live their life and they go have a soup and a salad at Panera and they just want to be left alone. They want to go to Dick's Sporting Good and they want to peruse campfire equipment, knives, 22 rifles. That's just what they want to do. So they just vote culturally. Most people just vote culturally. Whatever your parents are into, that's the story you're going to hear. Wherever you live, city or country, that's the story you're going to hear. And so Democrats need to start getting in touch with telling the story of their candidates. That's what they need to do. What's the story here? What's the story? I don't want to know how smart he is. I don't want to know, I want to know the story, man. This guy's a Navy pilot. Yeah, his wife got shot. He was an astronaut. Yeah, he's a man. Play him up. I want him to come out to like Meek Mill. Not Meek Mill because he was banging Puffy. What's some real manly stuff? 50 Cent. Something just man. Just emphasize man. Because you're talking to swing voters. Election's about talking to swing voters. You're not going to convince some 23-year-old girl who lives in Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn, to vote Trump. It ain't going to happen. You're not going to convince some 51-year-old Carhartt wearing, steel boot tip owning, upstate anywhere white guy to vote for Kamala Harris. It's not going to happen. You got to get the swings. You got to get those swings. You got to get the guys who got the steel tip boots, who wear the Carhartt sweaters and sweatshirts to Thanksgiving family dinners, right? Drinking Bud Light. That's what you want. You want to get those guys that have secret gay fantasies.
What?
That's the swing voter, right? The manly man on the outside who lives in the country outside the city but has secret gay fantasies. The guy who's not afraid to have a secret world that he doesn't tell his buddies about. And that's probably about 30% of the people who live out there. And then you want to get the city people who have the secret fantasies of getting rid of everyone that doesn't look like them in their neighborhood. That's who you are appealing to. Did you get my point there? Elections come down to appealing to the people who have secret worlds. The ones who go to dinner parties and go, yeah, man. Well, dinner party is more of a liberal thing. So you're appealing to the liberals who go to dinner parties who go, oh, man, I hate Trump. I hate him. And they can like, ugh. I have a visceral reaction to him. And then they walk out and they go and they see a homeless person and they just go, I'm voting for Trump secretly. It's the people with a secret world. And then you want to vote, you want to appeal to that guy who lives in the country who just goes, Trump 2024. And then he gets home and he turns on fucking Gloria Gaynor. He just turns it on. He just fucking, he never got a chance. He never was brave enough to move to the city, but in his room, he just does it, and he sneaks on Grindr, and he just does it, and he just goes, Kamala, 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 in private. That's who you're appealing to. That's what the election comes down to. The 30% of Americans who aren't who they say they are. They're one thing amongst their friends to fit in, but secretly, they either want to get rid of all the immigrants or they want to just be in a gay dance party. And that's what it comes down to. Those are your swing voters. That's who it is. The people who are not who they are in public. That's who you're voting for. People who got a secret private life. I would be a great Democratic strategist because I would just explain to them in very layman and blunt terms what we're dealing with here. This is a culture war. That's all it is. It's a culture war. People vote on culture. Don't waste your time with the suburbs and the country. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on the country states. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Okay? Spend all your time talking to just make an image of who that guy is, right? And just talk to him because that'll swing your vote in only a few states. Let's get specific. It comes down to a few states at this point, right? Pennsylvania. I think Florida is pretty red now. So it comes down to Pennsylvania, Illinois, right? What does it come down to? What are the swing states? Wisconsin, swing state. You're talking to that Wisconsin dude, right? Who's going deer hunting with his buddies on the weekends. But when he gets in his car alone, he puts on Taylor Swift. That is who you're voting for. You're basically you're actually trying to appeal to Nate Bargatze, who loves Taylor Swift. So your swing states are Colorado, Florida. I think you can probably get rid of Florida. I think it's pretty red, but it's still swingy, right? It's swingy.
Yeah,
It'll fuck. You guys can swap wives.
That might be outdated.
Yeah, but it's pretty accurate. Go back up to the top. Colorado, Michigan, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Carolina. I forgot Ohio. Ohio's the big one, right? Because Chicago's got a big population. So basically, how many blacks go out for the Liberal Party is the way Ohio's going to go. It's essentially what it is. Is that wrong?
Where's Chicago?
That's Cleveland. Sorry.
Right.
So basically, how many blacks show up at the voting polls in Cleveland? And in Illinois, it's how many blacks show up at the voting polls. And in Pennsylvania, another swing state should be up there. Pennsylvania, it's how many in Philly really come out? You know, because the rest of Pennsylvania, I don't think I've gone anywhere in Pennsylvania outside of like inner, gentrified Pittsburgh or Philly and seen one Kamala sign. It's all Trump. In fact, I remember being on the road the last time he ran, and like anywhere you go in Pennsylvania, it's just Trump, 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 Trump everywhere. So it really comes down to these swing states, the turnout, but more importantly, really, really marketing to those secret life gays.
You got to get the closet vote.
You got to get the closet vote, dude. And it's not just about sexuality. It's people, that type of person. There's so many people like that who in private are willing to do something different because they want to get along where they live, but they want to still have a safe world for their secret desires. And a lot of those guys blow guys. A lot of those Republicans secretly blow guys. And I bet you a lot of those guys secretly vote for the party that supports the gays more. And a lot of those liberals in the city, right? A lot of them have secret fantasies about just deporting everyone that does not look like them and keeping their neighborhoods crime-free and rich. And so that's who you're targeting. I know people like that who have a public face and then say things privately, and I'm going like, you're up for grabs, aren't you? You're up for grabs. And you get that vibe where you're like, this person's up for grabs. And then you talk to those people and you go like, this person is not up for grabs because they're basically in a cult. They're in a cult. A lot of the people that are solidly in the Democratic or Republican camps are really show the same signs as being in a cult. They really remind me. Here's some of the traits of cults by an expert. This expert is Janja Laich. She's an expert in cultic studies and professor of sociology at Cal State. And I was reading something about it, and I thought it was very interesting. The psychology of cults. They offer a clear, confident vision and assert the superiority of their group. That's one of the hallmarks of a cult. As for the leaders themselves, they typically present themselves as infallible, confident, and grandiose. I did the best. I got the best record. They ignore the criticisms and they change the subject. That's what candidates do. They go, what about this? And they go, we've been strong on the economy. And you're like, you didn't answer my question, right? A cult is a group or movement with a shared commitment to a usually extreme ideology that is typically embodied in a charismatic leader. Dems and Repubs. Followers who are craving belonging and security gain a sense of those things as well as confidence through their participation in the group. Right? Yeah, we're all together. Fucking, let's put our pussy hats out there and do it. So those are like the strongest signs. And you can see that in all cults. And often that's why I feel like partisan politics is very cultish, because it has those qualities. Whenever you see those qualities, you're dealing with someone who has like a cult-like mindset. They're gaining some sort of confidence or security in the group, So you're not targeting those people. You're not targeting the people in the cult. You're targeting those people with the secret life. Target people with a secret life. And if Kamala and her team can do that, I think they got a pretty good shot. Actually, I don't think this is a shoo-in. I don't think this is a shoo-in for Trump. I know the Vegas line has Donald Trump as like a big minus 250 favorite or something like that. Yeah, minus 250. Kamala won plus. I think this line was done before she was the official nominee, which seems like she's like the de facto official. I mean, it seems like it's her, right? Like, I don't know if this has been an official announcement, but it's her. Everyone, it's like, so this is probably done right before, because they got Gavin Newsom at a plus 6,000, Michelle Obama plus 1,400, Kamala Harris plus 165 to be president. And they got Donnie T at a negative 250.
I think this is current because Biden's not on the list.
Biden's not on the list. Hillary Clinton at a plus 3,000. RFK Jr. at a, this will disappoint RFK Jr. fans, plus 5,000. So him and Gavin Newsom have the lowest odds to challenge Donnie T, who they got at a negative 250. But I think the latest Reuters poll as of today has Kamala up. Just the excitement and the fervor around Kamala. It's going to come down to the old womb. I think this election will come down to the border and the womb, like I said before. You know? Republicans want to keep certain adults out, and they want to bring more babies in. Democrats want to bring more adults in and keep babies out. It's as simple as that. So get ready to look into the eyes of all your friends and find out which one of them are closeted and up for grabs. As always, guys, I want to give a shout out to our small business shout outs on Patreon, patreon.com/Yannis Pappas Hour. Join for our weekly bonus episodes. And a special thank you to our small business supporters, who we support them, they support us. Jared Z's been with us a long time. ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. If you're moving your car out of state, you bought your car out of state, go get a free quote from Jared Z at ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. They will ship your car anywhere in the United States. I think anywhere in the world. So company's doing great. So all you got to do is fill out the form or call the number on the website at ExclusiveAutoShipping.com. For the free.art, it's a mysterious organization somewhere in Hawaii. They host free shows and post free music by local artists. You got to check them out. Go to their website. And they haven't changed their copy since COVID. So their copy says, once Hawaii opens back up for live shows, if you're an artist in Hawaii who wants to get on stage, contact them through their website. Dude, I think at this point, I think it's a laundering operation. I don't know what's going on. I think at some point they changed their website too from forthefree.com to Dart Art. Is there a .art? Is this website even up and running?
Sure. Yes,
so go to forthefree.art and check it out for all the music enthusiasts who are into Hawaiian music, right? Of course, we got our good buddy Nate Linder. I got to get on the phone with Nate. Nate is crushing it with B2B companies. He's working with PCB Tech Art, I think, and he helps businesses across the world create high-performing websites, rank #1 on Google, and profit from digital advertising. That's what I need. So Nate is focused on real business results, Jess, not fake business results. This is real business, like revenue, new customer acquisition, not just clicks. He goes all the way with it. He goes all the way. He goes for home runs. He doesn't get to first base. He goes all the way. So give him a shot at natelinder.com if you need some marketing, some digital marketing. You know the deal. When you think marketing, I want you to picture Nate Linder, who is a good-looking, just male, just a guy who looks like he was on the golf team somewhere in some suburban rich school district, and he played golf in high school. When I look at his profile, I'm going, this kid knows how to shoot a decent golf game and is not pressed to make income. Family's okay, so he's living his dream as a digital marketer. But that also means he's also very good because he's probably taking some good tips from his pops who makes a lot of cake. These are all assumptions. NateLinder.com, I hope you like that read. DisplayPros.net. This is your soup to nuts site to help you create a custom trade show booth, which a lot of podcast fans are always on the lookout for. They want to build a trade booth. Whenever there's what would that be, at the World's Fair or something?
Convention, sure.
Convention, college, job fairs. But they don't only do that, dude. They do promotional items, anything you need. They got great customer service, and they'll make whatever you need made for promotion and marketing. They're marketing pros. So if you're exhibiting for the first time or you're a marketing pro, you hit them up. They will work with you to make sure you're completely satisfied at displaypros.net. They also give a nice little discount on your first purchase if you tell them I sent you. That's great. That's a nice little thing that they do for people. We also got, of course, our good friend Matthew Albani down there in St. Petersburg, Florida. If you're looking for insurance, business or commercial, you hit him up, 727-475-1650, and he will take care of you. He will take care of you. That's what he's looking for, to take care of people with commercial insurance policies, workers' comp, commercial property, auto, professional liability, general liability, umbrella, whatever. Everyone needs insurance. And if you want personal attention, you go with MA Insurance Services and give them a call at that number. Rebels-Raiders.com. As long as he is on here advertising, he ain't doing nothing bad, which is good. You want to know what the site is? You want to know what they sell? I'll tell you what they sell. Military surplus. That's what they sell. Everything from military surplus to T-shirts. This guy's got it. Magazine holsters. I'm not talking about for you USA Today. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to the guys out there. I'm talking to the guys out there who own firearms. You need load-bearing equipment? What does that even mean, load-bearing equipment?
We got to bear loads.
Yeah, you got a big wife and you need to be able to lift her. You need military packs. He even says in the copy, get yourself kilted for the coming apocalypse.
Kitted. I think that says kitted.
Huh?
Kitted.
Oh, get yourself kilted. Kitted.
Kitted.
Oh,
yeah.
get yourself stacked up.
Yeah.
You get ready. You got a bomb shelter? Rebels-Raiders.com is for you. If you're a guy with a bomb shelter, your guy wants to be prepared for any war coming, you know?
He should get on those food buckets.
This guy will get you ready to fight the Chinese army as a citizen.
He's also got a charity, a goat charity.
He's got a goat charity, too. So, I mean, the guy's got passions outside of military surplus. And he likes goats. He's got a pet goat, and he named the company after his pet goat. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
So he's got a promotion going.
He's got a promotion going right now. Okay?
So you get a T-shirt with the word goat on it.
You get a T-shirt with the word goat on it. Is this guy a secret devil worshiper? Because they worship the goat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think maybe. We don't know.
He's American, man.
He's American.
And he's true blue.
I think he's true blue. He's doing military surplus. And he's got an American flag on that or no? I don't know.
Haven't seen it.
I love the guy.
But he wants to light a Lamborghini on fire.
He wants to light a Lamborghini on fire, which I thought was the best. He says his ultimate goal is to make enough money to buy a Lamborghini to set it on fire to prove how pointless this all really is. Right? It's really, you're not going to be thinking about your Lamborghini in your deathbed. But you need money to live. So I like this guy. You're on your deathbed. You're not going to be thinking about that Lamborghini, but you will get a good chuckle from lighting it on fire. So he does have his priorities kind of straight. So you will get a free T-shirt with the word goat on it, his very cool looking goat, when you purchase something at the website. And it goes to Goat Animal Rescue. Are there a lot of like stray goats out there? Are people shopping and not adopting goats? Who needs goats? I guess farmers need goats. Yeah, this isn't a city kid, I'll tell you that right now. This guy's living in a place where there's very lax laws about what you can own. Because he is preparing. And he wants you to be prepared as well. So hit him up at rebels-raiders.com. The thing is, he's got these awesome backpacks that he's just still out of.
They're in development. They're on the way.
Where did they go?
He sold out.
Well, then restock. Well, just go. The website is very cool. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. And you can check him out on Instagram, too. And you can see, I went and looked at his Instagram. It's very fun stuff. He's definitely one of those guys who never shows his face. So he's always got some sort of mascot or whatever. He's the best. And he doesn't give us his name. And it would be very weird if any proof of this guy is just my ad reads. Let's say something happens and he leads like a militia revolution in some state. And they're like, who is this guy? And they come to my podcast and I'm just reading his ads. What if all this money is to be raised for, he's raising money for his paramilitary group?
He actually does leave his name.
Hey, ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know.
We don't know, but we know his name. It's Max Powers.
Oh, does he want us to know it?
Yeah, you think that's his real name?
I don't think that's his real name,
Max
no.
Powers.
Yeah, and my name's Dr. Evil. All right. Check him out at rebels-raiders.com. Go check out Suds Auto Spa if you're in the Pittsburgh area, Bridgeville specifically, but he will travel to take care of your car, man. This is for car clean freaks, clean car freaks. That's what it really is. Car capsule units, which I don't know what it is, ceramic coatings, but if you know what this stuff is and you need it and you're in that area, boom, check them out. Support this business. Does a great job. Paint protection film. Get your car dust-free, safe from impacts, mildews, rodents. Take care of your whip, dude. Give them a call, 412-564-5033. You can email them at info@sudsautospa.com. Or you can check them out on the gram, suds_auto_spa. They'll travel. The bigger the job, the farther they will travel. Of course, our good friends gave us this, PCB Tech Art. They got new Chevy Silverado GMC Sierra Slim phone charge adapters, which are a game changer. So say goodbye to low battery anxiety. These adapters keep your devices powered up on the move, ensuring you're always connected in your truck when it matters most. I hope you guys are at least checking out all these guys' sites. Check them out. If you're a golf enthusiast, you need some good marketing swag, check them out. Whatever, ball markers, tags, explore their 3D printing, prototyping services. They will take you through the process when you hire them from concept to creation and mass production. That's pretty cool. They empower you to bring your ideas to life with precision and speed, whether you're a hobbyist or a professional. Prototypes meet your exact specifications when they're done. So go to PCBTechArt.com. Use the code Yannis10 for 10% off your order. Pretty nice. And, of course, this is the last week with this guy, I believe. Comic in New Jersey. Excuse me. The event is July 25th. It is, can you tell me what it is? The 6 Borough Comedy, 6BC. Their weekly theme, 21 and over event. Check it out. They got their mystery headline, July 25th at 7 p.m. It's Adrian Iapolucci, one of the best joke writers in comedy, opens for Louis, etc. So if you're in the New York, New Jersey metro area, check it out. A night of beer Olympics, science exhibits, laser shows, stand-up comedy. Check it out. Buy your tickets at 6bc.org/LSC to go do all that fun stuff and see Adrian Iapolucci. She's funny. She's dark. Jokes are really good. Use the promo code 6BComedy to get 5% off.
$5.
To get $5 off. Yeah. So go see. The headliner has been announced, and I hope you go enjoy that event if you're in that area. And thank you for, being a sponsor. And I hope you do another event.